Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am bringing y'all in my kitchen. Today is Sunday, April 12th, and I am going to make oxtail mac and cheese. I saw this recipe come up on social media. I'm not following the exact recipe because I know how to make oxtail and I know how to make mac and cheese. What I liked about it is that it was baked together in one of these bacon dish. Like you cook the oxtail and you cook the mac and cheese separately. You combine it and it kind of bakes in here. So when you scoop into the mac and cheese, you get a nice taste of the mac and cheese and the oxtail gravy. And I thought that was something I would like to experience. So I'm gonna make it. I'm good at making both dishes. Caribbean oxtail is a staple in our family, so it's nothing hard. I'm not going to go through every ingredient. I already seasoned my oxtail since last week, and it was frozen in the freezer. So when I say season it, like, when I got it, wash it, clean it appropriately, season it, and I put it in a nice, like it's a thick plastic storage bag, and I put it in the freezer, and all I got to do is tore it out for when I was ready to cook it, which is today. So I took it out of the freezer last night, let it thaw out overnight, and it's ready, nicely seasoned. Oh my God, the season is so heavy. So yeah, and this is about 2 pounds of oxtail. It's just me, but I will have company over and they're going to taste it. Of course, they're going to like it. So, but I just wanted to take you guys on a journey. And the mac and cheese, I have all the ingredients right here. It's going to be a small one, so you may not see the ingredients you may use. I'm just going to put the ingredients I'm going to use. So let me turn my camera to show you guys. I don't have any elbow pasta, so I'm going to use the penne, and grated some cheese, some heavy whipping cream, Old Bay, slap your mama. Might add some salt, maybe an egg. It's a small dish, so I may not need it. So I'm sorry, y'all, for my hand in the camera. But yeah. So I'm about to go put the oxtail on the fire. That takes some time. I do not pressure cook my meat. I cook it. I turn it. I add my seasonings as needed. I brown it towards the end. So let me do that, and I'll see you guys on the next clip. Okay, I'm back. Got the pot here, it's all heated up, so I'm gonna put some oil in there. And I said earlier that I don't brown until the end. I lied, I do brown at the beginning. I put some oil in the pan because we don't want our meat to stick, and kind of let it spread at the bottom of and make sure it spreads at the bottom of your pan or pot. I keep saying pan, but it's a pot, right? And at the beginning, I do brown. We use sugar. We burn the sugar. That's how your stewed chicken get brown, your oxtail get brown, or any meat that you want to get brown. I'll put like a tablespoon and a half. That's how it looks. But you gotta raise your heat a little higher so it can start burning. And then once you see that the sugar is bubbling and it's dark, you put your, I would say, oxtail. I won't do that. I won't wait till it get really dark with chicken, but with oxtail, since that take time, I'll wait till it get pretty dark and then put the oxtail in. So I have my heat on medium, so it didn't start to get brown yet. So when it get brown, I will show you guys, and we will be throwing in the meat. So see you guys on the next clip. Okay, so our sugar is getting dark brown. So we are about to add the oxtail. All right, so adding the oxtail. And you're gonna wanna turn it around and catch some of the brown on it onto the meat. And again, you're gonna have to eventually add browning at the end, or for some people, they'll take the lid off and let it boil down, and it will naturally get browner. But I like to add browning. So I love that sound, that sizzling sound when the meat hit the pot, and you smell the aroma of all the seasoning. Oh my God. All right, so this is how it should be looking for now. I'm going to cover this for about 3 minutes so it can make its own water. Then I'm going to add my water. What I'm going to use is the bowl the seasoning was in to catch all that good seasoning. And I may kind of like squeeze out the rest of the seasoning as well. You have some good seasoning that was in this plastic bag. I'm going to put in the pot as well. So yeah, you want to make sure you get all them juices. I'm gonna lower down the fire a little bit so nothing don't, you know, stick. It's making its water. And that's it for now. See you guys in about 2 minutes. Okay, this is how we're looking so far. We're still in like the first 10 minutes of the oxtail boiling. We still got a ways to go. Again, I don't pressure cook, so I cook everything on the stove. So this should take about 2 hours to cook all the way through. As you can see, after adding water to the oxtail, it doesn't fully retain the browning. It does, but it is brown, but like a light brown, and that happens. And you will be adding water throughout the duration of cooking the oxtail. So you may lose some color. And what I do, anytime I add water, I add seasoning. Because when you add water, you're diluting, you're taking away some of the flavor. So I always replace it with some of the seasonings. You don't want to get it salty, but you want a nice, heavy, flavorful oxtail dish. So I'm going to put you guys down. I'll probably pick you guys up in the next hour and a half or hour, and we'll see where we're at. Oh, and another thing, guys, I am big on cleaning and cooking at the same time. So I know my stove look clean, but I continuously clean, wash dishes. So I'm very big on that, you know. Please make sure people are doing that. So while the oxtail is cooking, I'm going to be washing up my dishes. And like I said, I'm not going to start let me take this off because I'm actually done with the dishes. So let me show y'all the pans, well, the baking pans I'm going to be using. It's about 3 inches in height, and it's like 4 inches wide, so like a 3x4 baking pan. Is very small, is very personalized. So like I said, it's me, but my friend may come over and eat, so I'm gonna make 3, like 1 for them, 2 for me, 1 for today, 1 for tomorrow. And what else I was gonna say, as I turned off the camera, I did get some spillage, or some of the gravy did run over, and that happens when the lid is completely covered. You know, the steam pushes up, and sometimes the gravy or the water from the pot may ooze out. Quick fix, you just lift up the lid, or you do half lid. Let me see if I can show you. Half lid on, half lid off, but that's how I have it now. Again, we're still in the beginning stages of the meal, so it's gonna happen. And you know, clean up your spills and move on. So doesn't make you a bad cook. And what I do when I put the oxtail on and I put in the water, I turn my heat up on high because I wanted to start cooking that meat, because oxtail meat is tough. Like I said, throughout the duration of cooking the oxtail, you're gonna be adding water, and you're gonna, anytime I add water, I add more seasoning. So I'm gonna get out the seasoning that I'm gonna be adding, which is gonna be complete seasoning. I don't care what nobody say. You gotta have your onion and garlic powder, and I don't add salt because complete seasoning already have salt, so it doesn't make sense adding this and then salt. It might make it too salty. So That's what I'm going to be. And it's just small amounts. It's not a lot. You just want to, you know, you don't want to just be adding water and then don't add back the seasoning and it tastes real bland. So we don't do bland over here. Okay? Okay. And I think that's it. So let me show y'all the pot again. And this time I'm really putting you guys down. I mean, it looked pretty much the same as when I picked you guys up not too long ago. So it's still the first 15 minutes now, okay? So, got a lot of work to do. Got a lot of work to do. So I'm going to let this cook for about another 30 minutes. By that time, I'll turn it and add some water and some seasoning and show you guys where we're at. Okay, so we're about 40 minutes in to cooking the oxtail. And what do y'all guys notice? Tell me. It needs some water. Yes. And it's getting browner. So, like I said, you're going to be adding water throughout the duration of cooking this oxtail. And I'm going to add some seasoning as well. Okay, I'm about to add about a 16-ounce cup of water. But before I do that, I want to taste the gravy just to see how much seasoning I might have to replace. So I got a little spoon here and I'm going to go right here and taste the seasoning. Tastes good. Lord Jesus. Okay. So I'm going to put this one. And like I showed y'all earlier, I'm going to add some complete seasoning. When you add the water, you know the water stop boiling because for obvious reason you got more water in there. And then I'm gonna just put a little bit of garlic powder, just a little bit for now, because I'm gonna repeat this probably 1 or 2 more times before the oxtail is done. And a little bit of onion powder. Some people might say, well, why don't you just add it towards the end? No, I like to add it in between. You know, make sure that meat retains all the seasoning I'm putting in there. Mix it up. And then I'm going to raise back up the fire and I'm going to do half on lid, because if I cover it, we're going to get some spillage, overage, whatever you want to call it. And we don't want that, because then you lose gravy and you have to put more gravy in there. You don't want to do that. I mean, more water. Look at me, more gravy. So this is how the pot looking when I just add the water, more water and more seasoning. And of course, once it starts bubbling, the seasoning will, you know, melt in and blend in. And yeah, that's how you start making your oxtail flavorful. I already stirred this around. I'm just stirring it again. So all right, so this time I'm gonna leave it for another 30-45 minutes and I'll pick you guys up again. Okay, we are another 40 minutes into our oxtail and ooh, it is looking nice. And as you can see again, we need what? Some water. I did taste a little piece of the oxtail and it was actually tender, but that was just a smaller piece. The other pieces still got some work to go. So I'm gonna say we're halfway through. I'm going to get a cup of water. Another 16 ounces of water. And put it in. Ooh, I might add a little bit more because I think this might be the final round of cooking before we start like letting the water dry down and add my little browning. So I'm gonna add another about 8 ounces. So no, not 8 ounces, 4. And then I'm going to add the seasoning again. Y'all seen that. I did tell y'all I would repeat that probably 2 more times. This is going to be my second time right now adding more seasoning and maybe 1 more time towards the end. And then we'll see the final results. So I'm gonna clean that up, you know. We gotta cook and clean around here. So yeah, the little piece that I tastes so good, but it was on a smaller piece of the oxtail, so you know it's gonna be more tender than the next. But although this have another hour to go, in my opinion, it's just gonna make it more tender, and it'll be more good for the, well, even better for the mac and cheese, because you want the oxtail to be very, 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 very tender. Because even though it's going in the oven to bake with the mac and cheese, you want to make sure it is tender. What is this I'm putting? This is garlic powder. A little garlic powder. And stir that around in. I'll pick you guys up the final round. Bye. See you on the next clip. Okay, so we are about the last 30 minutes of this. I just taste a piece of the oxtail and it's nice and tender, and I think it does need like 30 more minutes to be completed. So I don't need to add no more water from since the last clip. I think this is sufficient to take us out towards the end. What I'm going to do now is add some browning, which is just caramelized sugar. I'm using both my hands, so I'll put a little bit takes you a long way, so might be a little sticky in there. Usually it come out better than this, but that's enough. That just helps to make the oxtail more brown, more darker. The more you put, the more darker it gets. I might put a little bit more because I want it to be more darker. And this is bitter, so you may want to sprinkle a little bit more seasoning, because you don't want your flavor to be taken away. Okay, so this might be a little bit more on the empty side. So what I do when this happens is, and it works, add some water to the bottle, a little bit, shake it up, since you know it's not listening right now, and we'll be a little better here. Yeah, see, little tricks. Stir it up. Like I said, it got about 30 more minutes. What I'm gonna do is allow this to finish cook, and I'm gonna start on the mac and cheese. I'm gonna preheat the oven just now, and I'm gonna start boiling my pasta. So see you on the next clip. All right, guys, I'm putting my water for my pasta to boil. I just put it on, and you add a little bit of oil because you don't want your pasta to stick when you put it in. And what I'm gonna also do is add some salt. Let me go in the pantry and put a little bit of salt. I know some people don't use salt, but I'm gonna put some salt so it could absorb into the pasta, give it more flavor, just a little bit. That's it. I usually would put accent in the water as well, but I don't have any accent, so it's just gonna be oil and salt. And here's my pasta right here. Waiting to, I washed it off, so if it look wet, that's the reason. I'm about to start grating my cheese, and I'm gonna make a roux. I need to get my flour. I'm gonna make a roux. Wait, hold on, let me make sure I got flour. Hold on. Where's my flour? Do I have flour? Oh my God. Give me a minute, y'all. I gotta look for flour. So I found the flour, girl. I done upgraded. I done put the flour in its own little jar. Usually I'll have it in its original bag and then put it in a plastic bag. But yeah, your girl got brand new ever since she moved in and gave my flour its own jar. But anyway, so I'm gonna make a roux, and to make the roux, you gotta use butter and flour. Ooh, my bad. That's okay. Nothing happened big. Okay, so here's the butter. I use the Blue Bonnet butter. And it's not time to make the roux yet. I'll start doing that when the pasta is done. Separate it, make the roux, add my little stuff here, and I'll show you guys. See you in the next clip. Okay, so while the water is boiling for the pasta, I'm gonna start grating the cheese here. I had a whole half a block of cheese, or a block of cheese, and I'm gonna grate half of it. Hopefully that's enough, because again, these baking dishes are very small, but you know, I still want cheese. Cheese is key in mac and cheese. You can't be cheap with the cheese, okay? So the water is basically about to start bubbling any minute now. And I'm going to put the pasta in there for about, I don't know, 8 minutes of boiling. It should get pretty soft. And then I can't wait till I start putting everything together. That's going to be the part. I know y'all can't wait either. Okay, I wonder if I need more cheese for all 3 pans. Y'all think this is enough? I think this is enough. It's gonna be enough. So let me use the excess cheese and yep. So this pan. Here's the pasta. I'm gonna put it. It's not a lot, but I'm gonna put it in the pot now to boil. All right, that's in there. Ooh, I'm gonna use that same pan or pot to make my roux, and go from there. Where's my soap? Almost done. Sunday dinner is almost done. It's only like 3:45. Usually I make Sunday dinner around, I don't know, 4 or 5 o'clock, especially if it's oxtail. I'm more of a late eater when it comes to Sunday food. But I was anxious and I wanted to do this, so. All right, so let me get ready to start making this roux and I will pick you guys back up. Okay, so the pasta is pretty much done, nice and boiled. I try to like break them in half a little bit in case, you know, just to stretch. I don't think I need to do that. So all set here. So I'm gonna strain this and put it aside in a bowl. Take out the strain. All right, and I'm gonna let this strain a little bit, so all the way. And I'm going to put it aside in this bowl right here. And put it on this side. This is where I'm gonna combine everything. Okay, so the next step is to make the roux. In case y'all thought I forgot, the oxtail is still working on. We're still in those last 30 minutes, I said. Actually, let me, does it look like it went down some? Hey. Okay. Let me lower it down, because I feel like it could be lowered down. All right. All right. We are there. All right, let me work on this, and I'll see you on the next clip. All right. We are in business. So this is our braised oxtail here. I am going to use a fork to start shredding it apart. Hopefully I can do this with one hand. It's still kind of hot, but it is cooked. Let me show you how tender it is. Ooh, nice and fully cooked and tender. So I'm gonna start removing it from the bone, and then, like I said, we gotta combine everything together. I want some nice chunks in there as well. I'm gonna have some leftover oxtail. Of course, I'll just eat that separately. And yeah, I'm not a big eater, so maybe one. I might make 2 bowls instead of 3. We'll see. But yeah, but look how nice the meat is coming off the bone. You don't need that much pressure to remove it from the bone of the oxtail. And it tastes so flavorful, so you know I taste it. Make sure it's good. Oops. I don't know that stuff. My battery is dying, so I need to put the charge. So I'm gonna let this cool down. I'm gonna shred. I'm gonna make my roux. I'm gonna let my battery charge or my phone charge, and I will pick you guys up in the next few minutes. All right, y'all, this is my roux here. I'm about to add the cheese. Just wanted to show y'all again. I put the heavy whipping cream. What else? Some seasoning, butter, the stuff to make it start off. So here it goes with the cheese. I'm not gonna use all this cheese. And I'm using extra sharp Kraft cheese. This should be enough to give me my cheesy base. Ooh, y'all see that? It is melting. So I'm gonna whip this together. Oh God, I think my camera's upside down. Let me see. I'm gonna whip this together and let the cheese melt and then start combining everything together. See you guys in the next clip. So the oven is preheated. I have a baking sheet and foil paper. I always keep a baking sheet in my oven, so I like to keep down here very, very, very clean. I had my years of mishaps. And then I still put a foil paper in case some of the cheese spill over onto the baking sheet. The baking sheet is not dirty and doesn't give that burnt smell. So, all right, let me start combining everything. Oh, here's the shredded oxtail that I'm going to be using. I'm just going to remove the bones from here and here. That's nothing. And yeah. Okay, here's the pasta and here's the roux. I'm going to combine it together. Again, it's a small amount of pasta and roux, but it will still do what it needs to do. Let me start mixing that together. Start mixing it together so it could do what it needs to do. Ooh. Oh, that was hot. Ooh, it's coming out nice and cheesy, y'all. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I think I might shred some more cheese though, because I wanna see some stringy cheese. And I just put that in the refrigerator, and I'm gonna have to. Oh, here's my soap over, you guys. I might have to take it back out to shred some more cheese, but that's good. So let me do that right quick. And someone did tell me, I wonder if I'm gonna eat this entire block of cheese. Let's see. Wait, hold up. Add more cheese, add more cheese, add more cheese, add more cheese, add more cheese. You can never have enough cheese, right? But since it's a small amount, you know, that's why I was like really eyeballing the amount. But if I was cooking for a bigger group, then, you know, probably would have went ham. But yeah, I think that was enough. I think I'm gonna shred some more and then combine everything. Go from there. I'm gonna put some more heavy whipping cream because I like to hear my mac and cheese make noise. So, and you know what? I'm gonna put more cheese just for the sake because I'm here. We're already here. So more cheese it is. This Kraft extra sharp cheese, when you taste it by itself, it does a lot to the flavor. Like, oh my God. I gotta butter or oil or butter the baking pan. I don't have any pan spray, so I ran out and I haven't replaced it since I moved. Going on damn 2 months ago, over 2 months ago. Shame on me. So I'm gonna just finish out this cheese. I'm gonna actually put some here for the top, like to top it off. And that will be all cheese. Sorry y'all, I got my back turned from y'all. I'm just grating the rest of the cheese, and some will go in the middle, some will go on top, but it will be used. It will be used, it will not go to waste. All right, so that's done. I'm gonna basically put the rest of the cheese in here. It's nice and cheesy. Ooh. Just gotta make sure it melts into it because I end up adding some, the cheese was a little cold into the heat, so. All right, so what are we going to do next? We are going to butter our pans. I might start off with 2. These are already washed already. So I'm just going to take a spoon and put some butter in here so it doesn't stick. Where's a spoon? Doesn't stick, so it'll look like this. Let me get the spoon again. Put a little bit on my, oops, don't go away. Here and right here. Oops. I'll take the butter off the spoon and kind of, it's better when you use your hand to put the butter in the pan, have more control. So, all right, now the fun part. So what we're going to do is, move this aside. We're going to put some mac and cheese at the bottom first, like base it, like a little base. This might actually be too much mac and cheese, to be honest, now that I'm looking at it. Everything seemed like a little until it is time. Okay, so here's the mac that I'm gonna put at the bottom. And I'm gonna put a little bit of the oxtail gravy in between as well for flavor. So it's gonna look like that. It's gonna look like that. Then I'm gonna put some cheese. I'm a little all over the place. But I'm good. Then I'm gonna put some cheese in the middle as well. Oops. Some of the cheese fell into the oxtail. The shredded oxtail, but they're going the same direction. Then, that's how that will look. Then I'm gonna put some oxtail in between, right? A lot of oxtail in between, right? There go your oxtail. Then I'm gonna put more mac and cheese in between. Ooh, I like this. This is gonna come out really good, y'all. This is gonna come out extremely well. I'm very confident. And it doesn't matter if you use the elbow mac and cheese or the penny mac and cheese. All right, might put a little bit more on top. And then you top it off with some some cheese, some extra cheese. That's how it look. And you know, I love my smoked paprika. So you're gonna sprinkle some on top. And I'll put it aside so both of them could go in together. And I'm going to repeat this. Where's the other one? And I will come back when I'm ready to pop them in the oven. All right, this is this is before I put it in the oven. It's not the finished product. I was about to say finished product, but this is how it looked before I put them in the oven. I'm doing 2. Kind of ran out of cheese, and I do still have cheese, but it's frozen, so I'm gonna just use what's here. So yeah, watch me put it in the oven, y'all. It's gonna be great. All right, about to put these in the oven for about 20 minutes, I believe. Or until golden brown, cheese has melted. Either or, just keep an eye out. You know, this I need to make sure, because it was in the oven before I put the mac and cheese on there, but I'm about to put it both in the oven. this shit all the way back, close it, and we will wait. What time is it? It's 4:23. So let's call it 4:30. So we'll take it to about, I don't know, 4:38 before I check on it again. Sorry, I'm holding the camera wrong. So in the meantime, I have a little work in the kitchen to do as far as cleaning up. Not much, but I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna store away the extra oxtail and yeah, get ready to eat. See you in the next clip. All right, guys, this is the finished product of the oxtail mac and cheese. I took it out of the oven about 10 minutes ago, and I wanted it to cool down before I dig into it. The other one, since that's for my friend, is still in the oven, but it's off, so it's just staying warm. So that one is not mine, because it'll be eaten by someone else. So I am about to go dig in and let you guys know how this was. But other than that, look at this. Doesn't it look good? Okay, about to dig in. Here is the first scoop, nice and cheap. That's good. I taste some of the oxtail right from the top, at least the gravy. This is good. I like how the top have a nice crunch to it. That's good. Let me get my first chunk of oxtail. This is good, y'all. This is good. That oxtail in between with the gravy. For some reason, I feel like the gravy rose to the top by popping when I put it in the oven. So, oh God, it's good. It's really good. See that cheese hanging down? This is definitely good. We'll definitely do it again. This is good. This is good. I'm surprised. This is good. This is good. I'm about to get another chunk of oxtail right here. I got some cheese on my lips. Y'all, look at me. I'm about to go before this. Thank you for watching. I'm about to go before this and I'm gonna come back to you guys. Okay, guys, that's it for this portion of the video. Thank you for joining me and spending your Sunday with me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.